What is happening, everybody? I am the Architect, and today I am bringing you guys a brand new manga unboxing video. The first one I've done in forever. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done one of these, but it's a new year, and a big new year needs a big box of manga. So I'm excited to share with you guys what I got in this this recent shopping trip. And speaking of sharing, I would love it if you guys would share with me in the comment section below. What manga series are you reading right now? Are you reading some new series, some ongoing stuff, some classics? Feel free to share that in the comments because I might use some of your ideas for future videos. So, go wild with that. Now, not to blow the lid off the illusion, but I've already done the unboxing. Actually, I did the unboxing a while ago on one of my Twitch streams. I actually stream a few days a week on Twitch at twitch.tv/the_an_architect. I would love to see you guys stop by and see the kind of shenanigans we get in over there. It's a fun time. I've been doing it for a long time now. I'd love to see you guys stop by. But enough of the waffling around. Let me send you guys to Past Tech, I guess, who's going to show you everything that was in this big box of manga. And I think you're going to be intrigued by some of the stuff that I picked up. So I guess take it away, Past Tech. So this is a big box of manga. And I got this from the last shopping stream that I did. And some of you guys actually gave me suggestions on what to buy. So I'm looking forward to seeing what, I know what's in here. I know what's in here, and I'm ready to get it rolling. There we go. We got it. We got it open. And again, I've always praised Right Stuff's amazing packaging as we get this open. Look at that, man. Look at how they pack that full of stuff. Look at that. It is. Oh, man. It is just, it's all just shoved in there. Oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna reach in and just grab out what I can here. Oh, there's more paper. There's more paper. I'm telling you, Right Stuff really does a good job of keeping everything sturdy and stuff doesn't bang around in there. The first thing I pull out of here is the 4th omnibus for Shaman King. Now, Shaman King is an old school shonen from the late 90s, early 2000s that was decent. I never thought that it was terrible. I never thought it was the greatest thing ever, but it wasn't terrible either. It was a pretty solid shonen series. And I have the first 3 omnibuses. I've read through some of them. It's super it's interesting. It's very interesting. So I wanted to see how if I could collect any more of these omnibuses, because the singles are hard to find, and these nice these omnis from Kodansha have been pretty solid. So I'm also looking to see what the mural is going to look like once it's all put together on the spine. So really pretty good quality omnis, and not too bad. Not too bad. Shaman King did receive an anime reboot recently, although I heard some people weren't really too pleased with it. I didn't actually finish watching it. I wanted to read the manga first, but now I got a bunch of them. This is, like I said, the 4th omni, so it has volumes 10 through 12 in there. So yeah, dude, I'm excited to see how the story continues on. So we'll put that to the side and we'll see what else is in the box. So the next volume I pulled out of here, though, I'll go ahead and cover this one since it's the only volume I got, is volume 1 of Bloom Into You. Now this is, I believe, a Yuri series that I've seen half of the anime that came out for this, and I actually really liked the dynamic of the 2 mains here. It's a romance story that's just handled a little bit differently from what I remember. I need to finish the anime for it. But people in my chat, certain members of my Twitch chat, were telling me that the manga series is actually really good for this. So I'm gonna give this a read and see if I want to collect more of it. I only got the first volume. Maybe I'll make a video on this by itself to show you guys what I think of it. I've already seen part of the anime, so I can already kind of talk about it. We'll see what happens. But for now, I'm going to put this down there. I actually like the series already, so I think I'll like this. Okay, so the next series that I got some volumes for were Noragami. These are volumes 2 and 3 of Noragami Stray God. Now, I used to have, again, this is another one I'm recollecting because I've heard really good things from the... I've heard really good things about the anime, about the series. I used to have some and I sold it, but I want to get back into this series. It's about a god who has no followers and thus doesn't have a whole lot of power, so he tries to help this one girl out in exchange for getting her to believe in him, and then they work together to fight off evil entities or such. At least that's what I've seen so far. I haven't read more past the first volume. That's why I wanted to collect these again, because I still had one volume left over, and I wanted to continue collecting this because I've heard so good things about it. So take a look at the covers. We got that one with a lion, which is kind of cool, and we also have this cover, which the covers look really cool, and there's like a matte finish. It's not like a sleek, like a lot of these these manga covers have like a really shiny finish to it, but some of them have like this sort of not so shiny, not quite scratchy, but also like not as smooth like cover. So it's kind of an interesting change, but Noragami is a good one. I can't wait to get back into that. So the next volume I pulled out of here is another series that I'm recollecting because it's from one of my favorite mangakas. It is Happiness by Shuzo Oshimi. And I tell you what, man, Shuzo Oshimi is, it's hard to describe his style. It's hard to describe how his stories usually go in a very deep psychological way. He covers a lot of subjects that are not always easy to hear, but then he also does more supernatural stories like Happiness. Happiness is think Tokyo Ghoul, but even darker and with a bit of just some differences along the way. But it's very, I don't know, it's very good, dude. Like I've read this series before. I just wanted to recollect it and reread it at some point because Happiness is, man, I wish I could find like a good panel to show you guys of just how awesome Oshimi's artwork can get. Here's a good page. Here's a good page, man. His artwork is fantastic, and his stories really are just super compelling, and they can get real dark. I've read Happiness and I've read Flowers of Evil, and I have 3 volumes of Blood on the Tracks on my shelf already, and I want to jump into that one because I've heard that is one of his darker ones. But they're always compelling stories, and they're very easy to read. They're very bingeable series. So definitely, if you haven't read a Shuzo Oshimi manga before, Happiness is a good starting point, because I think it's easier to digest than some of his stuff, say like Flowers of Evil. This one's easier to digest, and it's I mean, look at the artwork on the covers, man. I mean, it's fantastic. So I love Oshimi's work. Definitely check him out if you haven't. It's wonderful. So the next thing we're covering, again, I'm recollecting a lot of the stuff that I got rid of a while back, so that's why I'm also recollecting Chainsaw Man. I got volumes 2 through 5 here, and again, this is about how much I had collected before I sold it. I've already read the whole series. I'm already fully caught up on the series. It's the only manga series at this point that I'm fully caught up with, other than Dragon Ball Super, but I don't really count that because Dragon Ball Super, we can get into that later. But in any case, Chainsaw Man is fantastic though. I've read the entire series. The anime's going on right now, and it's killing it every week. Every episode is an absolute banger. So I had to get the physicals back again. I'm going to be collecting this entire series all the way through. There's no doubt about it. And yeah, let's take a look at some of the covers, actually. So let's take a look at some of the covers here. We got Power on this volume with kind of a different sort of view of her on the back there. We got, this one has Himeno, who apparently is the most hated Chainsaw Man character. I don't necessarily know why. I mean, there was that whole incident with Denji that happened, and it was weird, but I don't think she should be like the most hated character. We also have this one with Aki. Aki's super dope. And the whole thing with the future devil and stuff like that. Not to give spoilers, but hey, And then we have this one with Chainsaw Man and Katana Man, which I'm not going to spoil much. I'm not going to spoil much for anime onlys. Just so you know that these last couple episodes before it goes on break or whatever. Yeah, just wait. But yeah, the next volume. Okay, you guys kind of already see it. This is volume 1 of Dan Da Dan. Now, I've read a few chapters of this online already, and it is absolutely one of the most wacky things I've ever read. And I just went through Chainsaw Man. Dan Da Dan, oddly enough, Dan Da Dan is written by a mangaka who was a former protege of Fujimoto, the guy who is writing Chainsaw Man right now. So you can definitely see the influence in this. This series, it's really hard for me to describe what this series is about. It's a supernatural action series. that it goes places very, very quickly. The first chapter of this series is so packed full of ridiculousness and crazy action and a lot of other wackiness that I can't even go into all of it here. I'll probably make a whole video where I read this volume and talk more about it. I have to reread it. I've already read the volume online, but if I reread it, I could probably give you sort of a an idea of what this is all about. But there's a lot to go into. I could go in there all night, but it is absolutely freaking ridiculous. It's action packed. It's funny. It's just wacky. If you think you know what this is going to be about, you're not even close. Just you wait till you see it. This next manga, I was shocked to see some of these volumes available on Riot Stuff, so I had to nab a couple of them. And I'm doing an interesting strategy. Someone in my community gave me an interesting idea on how to do this because there are only a few volumes available. But this is a series I've been wanting to collect for a long time, and now I've finally started to. It is a classic called Slam Dunk. Yes, this is the quintessential sports manga that came out. When did this come out? Like, it had to be the 90s, right? I remember seeing old school anime. Like, I've watched a little bit of the anime from back in the day, and this is just an absolute classic. There's a movie coming out, a Slam Dunk movie coming out decently soon. But since there weren't a whole lot of volumes available, I've decided to collect the first and the last volume of the series. So we have volume 1 and volume 30, because there weren't a whole lot of volumes in between that were available, but the first and the last ones were. So I decided to do that and then fill in the gaps as time goes on. And then hopefully one day I'll own this entire series, because it is an absolute classic. So I'll show you the covers. This is a classic series, man. If you look at my old video, I made an old video a while back talking about the manga that I wanted to collect in 2022, and well, my manga collection, you know, I didn't collect a lot in 2022 as it turned out. I ended up selling a lot, but this was definitely on the list. So at least, if nothing else, I've begun collecting this series before the end of the year, because well, this is an absolute legendary series, and I would love to have the whole thing. All right, 2 more volumes, and this is our only hardcover of the video, and it's from, again, another one of my favorite mangakas. This is The Liminal Zone by Junji Ito, the legendary horror mangaka himself. This is one of his newer series. Apparently it's an anthology series, so there's like little short stories, I think, throughout. But I love some Junji Ito. I used to have some of his manga. I used to have Uzumaki, Gyo, and Tomie, which were his like original works, but he's done a lot since then. I already started reading Remina, and I already kind of really like where that series is going, but I had to get some more. I eventually want to collect all of Junji Ito's work, which is quite a bit now, because this man is still active and putting stuff out. But he is known for really, really creepy body horror and dark, creepy imagery, and that's kind of what I like. I'm a horror buff. I like horror stuff, so this is right up my alley. So I'm definitely going to put this on the shelf. I'm going to read it soon, and eventually, hopefully, collect all of Junji Ito's stuff, because, oh yeah, dude. And then the last one. Okay, let me explain something, guys, okay? I'm involved in a couple of other MangaTube communities. One in particular that I won't mention by name, although I probably will link him in the chat. There's an inside joke in his chat, in his community, revolving this series that I bought, and I probably will bring it up to him at some point that I got this. Oddly enough, this is the only volume of manga in this whole unboxing that's actually still in the shrink wrap, probably because not a whole lot of people buy it. This is the series called Do You Like Big Girls? I can't believe I actually bought this. Funny thing is, and again, I bought this because of an inside joke from another community that I'm a part of, but I didn't actually read the synopsis of this series until after I already purchased it. So I didn't realize exactly what I was getting. Turns out, it's technically a sports manga. So I'm sure that'll be great, dude. You know, it is about a volleyball team. Can't you tell? Yeah, look at that volleyball. You see the volleyball? Yeah. Yeah, what color is it? But yeah, I bought this as a joke for the memes, but you know what? I do want to still read it. I still want to read it. I don't buy things just to put on a shelf. I actually want to read the stuff that I buy. So this might actually be pretty good. I don't know, dude. I honestly, it seems like it could be funny. It seems like it could be like a really, really funny manga. So like, why not? I'm going to give this a shot. Maybe I'll make a video in the future. I don't know, but I'm going to give it a shot. So that's going to do it for this unboxing video. I am super excited to be back in the manga collecting game after so long. Again, I mentioned that I sold 90% of my manga collection. So now, look, I already put the new stuff on the shelf. This shelf. I don't know my left from my right, apparently. But I can't wait to fill this shelf back up with awesome series and get some of the stuff back that I got rid of because, you know, why not? It's more of like a recollectioning. That's not a word, but we'll roll with it. I'm also excited to finally bring you guys some new content after so long. I plan on bringing you guys at least 2 videos a week. We'll see how long I can keep that up. I'll probably let you down a few times, but just being honest. But I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best. But seriously, guys, if you watched all the way to the end of this video, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Look for more content coming very, very soon. Hope you guys have a great day, great new year ahead of you. I'm excited. I hope you guys are. On that note, I am the Architect, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.